played in the conference contest on the road at Rice earlier this week, and Tulsa here early on is going to have an opportunity as a lovely ball played in over the top, and it's Jordan Frederick right there in that sun, plays it across the face of the goal. The defender got a piece of it, and we'll watch this trickle out over the byline for a goal kick, and just like that, Brittany, we are off to the races. What a great ball from the back.
Well, this is a game that TU wants to win here, and it's a great ball out of the back. That's going to be pivotal for their success tonight. They find their key player, Jordan Frederick. She has a great run. Cross doesn't quite get through, but looks like it originally was going to be a goal kick, but looks like the referees changed their mind here, and it's going to be Tulsa's first corner kick of the night.
You watch the Sooners just assume that that ball was last touch by Jordan Frederick, and that is not the case. So as you can see, Maddie Williams has that son that she's dealing with here. And raised ball, sent in. There on the ground, loose for just a brief moment. A Tulsa player had an opportunity with it. Oklahoma gets the clearance, and now McIntyre will have to use Tatum Sanders. And you'll see now exactly some of this high press that Oklahoma will use, and that right there is exactly why they do it, an early turnover. Quickly can they turn the corner? She does briefly, but not much on it from Washington, as Tatum Sanders easily collects that one and will now get set to send this one forward.
Yeah, Pop, that's something we're going to see a lot tonight. OU presses. They press really high. They press hard. Their specialty is getting defenses to make mistakes and pinning off passes just like that, and then immediately they're in the danger zone. So we're going to see that a lot from OU tonight.
They want the ball. Jim Ryan told us that this OU attack will resemble what they just faced on the road at Rice, with Tulsa coming up short there in their first conference contest of the season. Tulsa should have at least good understanding here. Now you just ramp that up a bit with the skill level of the players and the physicality with Oklahoma. There's Washington, leaves it there inside the box. Left-footed attempt that's well right of frame. That's Morrell with an early opportunity. Not on goal, but a goal kick now for Tulsa. Let's take a look at the University of Oklahoma coach. He is Matt Mott. See his resume there after spending 13 seasons at Ole Miss. Second season as the Oklahoma head coach, led the Rebels to 6 NCAA tournament appearances. And when you are moving into a new conference like the SEC, why not go and grab a coach that had a ton of success there to help lead and guide your program into this new vision for the OU athletic department. This is Patton, Oklahoma. Pappas now curling ball towards the back post. A header and an early goal for the Oklahoma Sooners. Sanders couldn't do much with it at all. And Oklahoma is able. That's Sophia Green, her 4th goal of the season for Oklahoma. And again, it's all because of that pressure that they just continuously apply. You've got to find a way to handle that early.
Well, I mean, you can see right now they're sending multiple numbers forward to try to put pressure on that TU back line to try to make a mistake. And once they win the ball, they have those numbers forward. So it's not like one forward is trying to press, they win the ball and they're an island by themselves. They have multiple supporting attacking players in that role, so they're quickly able to make something happen.
Tulsa's been bit a little bit by the injury bug, especially in that back line. Now here comes Schutte. Defender doing a very good job of holding Schutte off lane, though. However, keeping it there, finds Diaz. Diaz will take an attempt from outside, and that is a great save here in the early going. Caroline Duffy denies one Leah Diaz, but that's exactly what you want to see if you're Jim Ryan.
That is what you want to see. I mean, we've talked about how talented Blaine Schutte is here. She does a great job being strong. She finds Leah Diaz, who we highlighted at the beginning of the game for a reason. She puts herself in the right place, has a good strike, but it's a great save.
That back line, as I was mentioning for Tulsa, looks a little bit different if you're tuning in and you're a Tulsa fan. Carson Aguirre, who has played a ton of minutes for the University of Tulsa, I think we would both agree, one of their key players to everything that they do. Little knock is not going to be able to play this evening, so they've had to shift a few things there across that back line. You see Brenna Rowlett with the start tonight in that typical spot where Aguirre would be, and she's going to have her hands full.
It's a big opportunity for her to make a name for herself in a game like this.
There she is there with the physical challenge. She's whistled for a foul. That's Weber, who was the victim of that foul. Here's Washington. Skill level from Washington. Right-footed cross. Just kind of curling, was able to hang in the air there briefly. It looked like Sanders thought that was going to be well out of bounds. And Maddie Williams goes ahead and plays it safe, and it sets up a corner now for the Sooners.
Yeah, Alexis Washington, dangerous player. Tons and tons of assists under her belt. She'll be looking to play those balls in all night long.
There's Weber. Towards the near post. Schutte got just enough of it. They'll play it back out to Weber. Cuts to the inside. One of the defenders has to come over. Playing it there towards the near post. That shot there, trying to test the near post of the keeper as well. Off of Tatum Sanders. You'll see the replay.
Old smart ball in there. It looks like she was just trying to deflect it off. Gets a second bite of the cherry, and then good defensive positioning by Tulsa.
That was McIntyre that was there. Another corner. Hanging in the air there briefly. Skips past Washington. Throw in for the Sooners. King back to Washington. Washington across the byline, plays it in front. Penalty area, turn, a shot, deflected off. Tulsa finally with the clearance. Tulsa now gets a chance to reset here, shift their lines forward.
Yeah, it was a smart clearance. You don't always want to, play kickball, if you will, but sometimes you've got to just kind of clear the ball, get your back line out.
Washington with more space, cuts to the inside corner of the 18, now inside the 18, looking for the ball that's played through there, and Tatum Sanders, goalkeeper for Tulsa, collects.
Tatum Sanders ran that really well. Good composure. Comes with the ball. She's kind of telling her team now, just, hey, settle down, we're fine, we'll get back into this. Just letting defense and midfield kind of get their shape back again from this high-octane, high pressing that we've seen from OU so far.
Boy, when they go, they go. And they're very good about this type of ball that's played right there. Now that one got deflected off because of Faison's pressure. Throw in now for Tulsa. This is one of those games you'll take moments to catch breathers here with the type of pace we're seeing so far.
I think we're going to see a pretty, hopefully, end-to-end open match. I mean, both teams are looking to get goals so far early in this game.
Right idea there from Schutte, just couldn't find Faison. McIntyre. Off of Washington, they throw in now for Tulsa. There's the head coach for the University of Tulsa. His 4th season as head coach. You see the overall record there. 13 seasons as Tulsa's assistant. Jim was named interim for 1 season, then officially got the title. Rowlett. Wolf easily back to Duffy. Washington again just keeps it in play. Through ball there for Green, who scored earlier. Good effort there from Leah Diaz to come back and help, as Morrell is looking for that pass inside of the 18. A corner now for the Sooners.
Yeah, good combination play by OU. Good defensive effort by Leah Diaz, but gives OU another corner here. They're great in the air. We have a lot of in-air specialists that would love to get on the end of this.
Bay Bears ball is hanging up there briefly, off the deflection, a shot and a goal. And Oklahoma extends their lead at 2-0 now.
It's a great ball in the air by Bay Bear, and Tatum Sanders looks like she gets a little bit of a touch on it, but it falls right to the OU player. Just excellent strike. Redirect it, put it on frame, hit it hard. Takes a little bit deflection off Smith, it looks like.
Yeah, I was trying to see there. That's Pappas that had the shot. I was waiting to see who the deflection that it came off of, because you know Meredith King was kind of in that area as well. Pappas though will get credit. OU not done. Into the box. Settle there for Bay Bear. Almost set her teammate up with a volley attempt. Washington. Good cutting ball there, trying to find Morel. Goal kick Tulsa. Boy, if you're Tulsa and you're that back line, you just feel sometimes this is just coming at you in waves. And by the way, if anyone's watching and wanting to know what anyone that ever tells you they just play direct, this is a clear example of what they play direct.
Yeah, pedal to the metal, full force.
Johnson quickly with a restart for Washington. Using that speed. King keeps it alive. Washington off of McIntyre. Skill there, just too much. Flag is up. Goal kick now for Tulsa.
Alexis Washington's had lots of looks on the ball over there. Really skillful player. She's got that cut down.
So how do you adapt to this if you're Tulsa right now?
I think you need to tell everyone to settle down. You need to get your shape, and then when they do have possession, it's going to be really important for them to get up. They want to try to shorten that real estate that OU has to press, and really important for Tulsa to connect on the transition and then find those passes to their dangerous players like Frederick here. They've got to get the ball to those players' feet and then get forward and try to get a little bit of momentum in their favor. Try to get a little bit of the rhythm of what's going on, because right now OU's been able to press so hard and TU hasn't really been able to get any kind of rhythm in the game so far.
Tulsa with a restart. Flick with a heel, finds shooting. Smith.
Much better by Tulsa there, but that final ball, that's not the ball that you need. There's not a high percentage ball. TU has kind of had the luxury of kind of experimenting and playing different balls in some of the previous matches that they've had, especially here at home, and it's resulted well for them with the goals and 4-0 win record at home so far. But OU, much different animal here, and those kind of balls are going to be the ones that they've got to continue to keep possession, and they have to be a higher percentage pass.
They'll move Maddie Williams back a few paces. Sanders. Bechtel. Too much. Looking for Jordan Frederick.
If you're Tulsa right now, you want to lock this in here. You want to try to hold OU in this area of the field for a little bit. Let your defense kind of take a little bit of a breather, get set, ready to go again.
Back to Sanders. Made a miss several matches in a row. Her second straight match now. Back in the net for TU. Had a good career here at the University of Tulsa. As Tatum Sanders.
Yeah, phenomenal goalkeeper. Great communicator. Very important game to have her back.
That again is one of those wayward passes that gets away from you. Seen a couple of those so far here for TU.
I know Coach Jim Ryan talks a lot about possessing and keeping the ball, and they want to move the ball around. That's going to be something that TU is going to have to do very well tonight to try to get themselves back in this game.
Not much movement at all for Tatum. Sends it into the center circle. Oklahoma settles, looking out wide. Drops in over the top of Maddie Williams. Pappas. Unlucky for her. Long driven ball there, finds Jordan Frederick. Well defended and knocked away from Jordan Frederick.
Yeah, this is what TU needs. They need this relief. It's a great ball forward. Jordan Frederick's making a good run. Well done defensively here by OU, sliding over. And then she does a really great job of keeping it off the byline there, and it's going to be a deep throw-in instead of giving away a corner in a dangerous place.
Williams trying to find somewhere to throw. Finds Bechtel. Diaz, center of the pitch. Looking out wide for Faison. Faison, another defender. That's the midfielder, Washington, coming over the help. Ends up earning a corner now for the University of Tulsa. As you saw King footing. Take another look at it.
This started with Leah Diaz finding that great ball into pressure and switching it to Faison. And then Alexis Washington coming over to do her defensive duties as well on the other side of the ball, but it'll be a Tulsa corner. These chances are going to be incredibly important for them to try to capitalize as Frederick takes the kick.
Frederick, hanging ball, hits inside of the box. Neither team could really do anything with it. Throw in now for Tulsa.
Yeah, there's Leah Diaz. Really crucial player for Tulsa. We'll be looking to try to find her feet as much as they can.
Take it away one more time. Oklahoma quickly turns on a full sprint. Sophia Green, who got the scoring started earlier today. Fernandez cleans it up, sends it over the touchline. A throw in now for Oklahoma. Cassie Clifton will put this back in play. Clifton into the box. Washington gets to it as McIntyre. Just too much. Boy, she has shown a really good skill set there in those moments. Able to get around the outside of the defender multiple times here on this Sunday evening.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why Alexis Washington has the amount of assists that she has. She's got 4 goals this year. And so it's great job by McIntyre to keep her at bay there.
Frederick unable to connect. Right idea from Jordan Frederick, but England did not allow that to happen. Trying to give that ball through to Schutte. Sanders. Brought down, Rowlett. Couldn't keep it in play on the near touchline in front of the Tulsa bench. See Coach Ryan having a conversation there, probably getting ready to try to get someone up and maybe ready to spell someone here. 25 minutes left to go here in the first.
Well, it's definitely the time in the match where you're looking at making those changes and adjustments. Who can you get in that's going to get the quickest impact and try to turn things around for your team?
See the fouls listed so far. Oklahoma will have Duffy up. All the way at the halfway line, Duffy. Into the box, just hanging, takes one hop.
Just a little high there, unlucky with the bounce. Tatum Sanders is gonna take her time here again. Smart goalkeeping, she's experienced, let her team kind of get out, everybody gets settled again.
I had a brief conversation with Coach Mott on Friday. We were talking about finishing. Oklahoma's had their fair share, and another one that's just barely kept off the line. Oh, Tatum Sanders. Green almost had her second of the night. And watch this as Sanders somehow got a hand on it.
Well, it's great defensive work by Ashlyn Fernandez as well to try to put that extra bit of pressure. I think she gets a slight touch on it. It slows the ball down enough for Tatum Sanders to just reaching way over with that back arm. That's some athletic goalkeeping right there. That's a huge save.
Sanders had the back post that was completely covered, and because of the deflection, she had to get to that one in a hurry. That one off the top of the crossbar, off of the header, still in play. Tulsa trying to get a clearance. Morell's header skipped off the crossbar as the pressure continues, and here's another look at it.
Well, it's a great header, saved by the woodwork there. She tries to get a little deflection. Just almost under. She can't believe it. She thought that was going in.
She had enough time to react with both hands to her head and still get another bite at it.
She did.
Washington was in the vicinity there behind McIntyre.
Smart play by McIntyre. You don't know when or where that ball is going to land. You don't want to give her that opportunity that deep. So smart decision. Although you don't want to give up the corner sometimes, it's the smart play. It gives your team a better chance to defend.
Yeah, Coach Mott had mentioned about the finishing aspect, about how he still wants it better. 22 goals coming into tonight in the last 4 games. I think they've done pretty well in that.
I would
so
think.
far, but that goes to our point that we always talk about. You ask any coach, and they will say the exact same thing. They always want to find a way to finish more, as Oklahoma will go to the bench here. A couple of subs for them. As you see now, Weber will get a rest, as will Johnson.
Excellent stuff by those two. Much needed rest from them, very well deserved.
This is Pack and McNulty that came in. Maddie Williams does well. Tulsa back line. Fernandez sends it forward. They're shooting. Bechtel couldn't react to it in enough time. She's going to get there in time. She does. She saves it. She's got help in Washington. Washington will at the edge of the box. McIntyre with the tackle. Referee's there and will point towards the corner.
Well, what a battle it is tonight between McIntyre and Washington. I mean, we've seen them over and over and over again. McIntyre just gets enough of a touch. It's going to be another OU corner.
That slams into the side netting. McNulty will want to have that one back. She is the transfer from Boston University, who just came on a few moments ago. Little surprise there. Washington really enjoys that right foot. She had some space there to cut to the left from the corner of the 18. I thought that we might see some of that.
Yeah, she does seem to kind of favor that right side, but she's so shifty and crafty.
There's Diaz just trying to find some way to get it through. Sanders. There's Frederick, an opportunity for her to run onto it. King is there, gets to it first, just touches it away.
Yeah, great touch by King. Frederick just needed one little tiny touch and she was probably gone and off to goal. But great ball by Tatum Sanders. One, she's clearing it, she's getting out of pressure, but we talked about it, really important for Tulsa to be able to keep possession, and they were. Looks like Leah Diaz is going to get a call here.
Unlucky there for Leah. And Oklahoma allowing Duffy to take all of these. She just puts it back there and just the immediate pressure and stress begins all over again. Inside of Rowlett. Aggressive there, going up for the header.
Yeah, those are hard ones, that high in the air, trying to get your body kind of set in the right position to get a good defensive header back.
Kept alive, knocked away. Bechtel plays it centrally. Schutte collects it there. England just outworking Schutte. Played in over the top. Sanders has got to come out. Sanders got just a piece of it, sit towards the far post, and Green almost had her second. Watch here.
It's a great ball through. Green does a great job. Tatum Sanders does a good job of putting out, getting that pressure. She's able to shift Green enough off to the side that it makes it a little bit more difficult to put that ball back on frame. You see Ashlyn Fernandez there trying to get back to have it covered, but excellent job by OU. We see that high press, they're getting numbers forward, they're attacking. TU doing a good job of holding them at bay.
Well, Sanders did great just to that last swipe at it, because if she didn't get that, Green more than likely finishes that.
Absolutely, yeah, it caused Green to have to take that extra little touch to the side.
Good ball from Pack, played Washington trying to get there in enough time. Does she? No, she does not. Just more end to end for the Sooners.
I'm sure Tatum Sanders knew she would be busy tonight, but probably didn't want to be this busy.
You know, in her first game back in the goal that Rice scored, it seemed like maybe just a smidge hesitant, and you can understand why with a goalkeeper that's been injured and her first opportunity coming back. Tonight, that has not been the case for her. She's been called into duty several times and has had to make instant decisions. There's a foul now in favor of Oklahoma on McIntyre.
Yeah, Tatum Sanders has looked like her sharp self again. It's hard coming back off of injury and being fully fit. You might be fit, but then you've also got to be kind of mentally fit. You just have that edge about yourself. Tatum being called on tonight for the University of Tulsa.
Green into the box. Pappas fighting against Maddie Williams.
Great stuff by Maddie Williams.
Pappas keeps it alive for Oklahoma now. Tulsa with Diaz. Diaz maybe could have kept her dribble a little bit longer there. And another diagonal through ball for Washington. Rowlett over, sends it out of play for TU.
Just see the importance again of keeping possession. OU's defense has done a great job of being positionally where they need to, while TU's trying to kind of play those longer through balls, looking for their speed. TU definitely wanted to try to create that counterattack there, but just not able to connect quite well enough, and then in turn losing possession, and then OU just right back at it.
Juliet Rayo in, McNulty in for Sophie Green. Off of deflection, a couple of opportunities there for Oklahoma, looking for that third.
Rayo's first touch was almost a goal here. We're just kind of bouncing around, it falls to Rayo. Probably wish she could have had that one back, hit it a little bit cleaner.
That first ball, though, I think for Pappas, just to get that type of touch in it, to put the ball in play there, give your teammates an opportunity. Sim Smith. Little time here, McIntyre. Quite keep it collected.
Ella Pappas doing a great job putting pressure on there.
See the OU fans here in attendance not happy with that call.
Yeah, it was a hard challenge, but referee in the end thought it was a little, maybe too much excessive force there.
Yeah, that was Eichelbarner who just came in. But they've made an adjustment here defensively for Tulsa. They've flipped Maddie Williams to this side and moved McIntyre to the right. On and off for Tulsa. Well done there, earning one for TU here.
Yep, these are the opportunities that they need to make the most of.
So Williams will go to take this one for TU. Maddie Williams has played in every game so far this season for TU. Left-footed corner. Headed away, McIntyre puts it back. That one was shifty there for the keeper. Makes a play on it to keep it.
McIntyre does a great job of just kind of keeping her body over the ball, keeping it down. Don't think the goalkeeper was able to maybe see that with all the bodies in front of her. Madison Williams again.
Good ball from Williams, a header that's there to goal for Tulsa. And look who it is up off the back line. It's Ashlyn Fernandez. That's our second goal of the season for Ashlyn Fernandez, and one that comes at a very important moment in this match.
Very important moment. You see she is in the right place at the right time. She's got her body turned. Great service by Madison Williams. Excellent stuff by Ashlyn Fernandez. That's what you need by your number 10 senior center back, coming up big. And then now it's 2-1. It's a completely different game. OU's had all these opportunities and chances, and then when you look at the score line, that 2-1 score line, most dangerous score line in soccer, I mean, puts TU right back into the game.
And what was your comment to me before the match started tonight?
I said if I had to pick a player of the game to watch, it would Leah Diaz definitely is on that list, but Ashlyn Fernandez, she is a rock for the defense. She's number 10 for a reason. She's great on the ball. She can score goals. She is the player that needed to have a big game for TU tonight, and here she is doing just that.
Senior from Niceville, Florida. Tulsa not done. Let's see if they can level things here. See what this goal kind of can unlock for this offense, as Tulsa will make a couple of changes now. We'll see Quinn Turner, who's back for the first time in several games. Also Hannah Chance. Jordan Frederick will catch a rest, as will Faison. Careful with that. Off to the races she goes. Did well with the speedier player, breathing down her neck. Throw in now for the Sooners.
Yeah, but that's what OU does. They put those numbers in that dangerous area where they're looking to pick off those passes. They're not making it easy on the Tulsa defense or any defense that they play. Said, hey, if you've got the ball, we're not going to make it easier for you to complete these passes.
Foul. See if they can keep advantage there for a moment.
Turner in the game here for only about a minute, already making an impact. I talked to Coach Ryan before the game. He was very excited to have her back from injury. She's an important player for them.
Diaz had to quickly get there. Sim Smith. Wide, that's Chance. Her first opportunity on the ball. McIntyre gets there in time, keeps it in play. Throw in now for Tulsa.
You can already see the TU players playing with a little bit more urgency. There's a little bit more life in what they're doing. Moving the ball around a little bit quicker now. You also see their off-the-ball movement has changed a little bit. There's a lot of stagnant. There wasn't a ton of moving off the ball. You can see TU flying around a lot more, resembling OU so far.
Chance's shot is well wide, but the one thing that we know about Hannah Chance is that you give her a crease, and she is not afraid to take that opportunity from anywhere in terms of distance.
She only needs about half a yard of space, and that's all she needs to put the ball in the back of the net. So she's definitely going to be looking to take her chances. She loves kind of cutting in, using that left foot. She's a very versatile player. She can use the right and left foot.
I do think it has been, to your point about opening up a little bit more in space, I thought that was a good tactical move by Jim as well, to shift a few players into different positions and now take advantage of maybe some of these subs coming in here that are fresh, like Chance right now.
Yeah, sometimes just making a small adjustment, a player going up against a different player, and things can kind of open up for you a little bit.
Pack takes that one away from Chance. Sends the ball through on a dead run to Morrell. Morrell cuts to the inside. Sanders watches that one whiz by.
Good run by Hadley Morrell. She's looking to score. Looks like she's going to get a little bit of a break here.
Matisse, first opportunity to see Keller. Dallas, Texas, transfer from Arkansas. Had her most minutes so far this season the other night against Missouri State with 38.
Great thing for Coach Mott is when your team is scoring goals, even though it's maybe not enough for him, that it gives you the opportunity to get those players in, get more minutes under the belt, really get them ready for the very stacked SEC conference that they are part of this year.
Williams throw. Pass Diaz. Rowlett for Turner. First touch for Turner. Gets towards the byline. Left-footed ball played across. That's there. Lots of contact that was there. And the ball into the side of the netting. Everyone on the Tulsa bench's hands went up to the top of their head. That was incredible. A la shades of Oklahoma here with Quinn Turner.
Well, this is why Coach Ryan was excited to have her back. Incredible run, but even better, you see her get her head up. She's looking for Hannah Chance there. Great defending by OU to get those bodies and just get it out for a corner kick.
Oh, masterclass by Clifton and just her positioning here there as a defender.
Yep, right place, right time, but didn't quite hit it how she wanted to, but electric start already from Turner coming in and making a lot of stuff happen on this left side for Tulsa.
Here's KK Hart in for Tulsa. I believe that's Schutte that will catch a rest. Centrally there, Tulsa handles it well though. Rowlett, throw in.
See that same high press OU, but Tulsa really up to the challenge this time.
Hart spins away. Turner now closes in. Williams is still trying to find somewhere to go. Diaz, Chance, as McIntyre overlapping to the outside, gives it to her. On a dead run now. Bechtel is close. They'll play it back. Chance into the area, headed away. Sim Smith. Yeah, that's it. Now Sim Smith's going to get a card here, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to slow down that pace of play, and she just took one right there for the entire team.
Well, that's what we call a tactical foul, and just slowing that OU attack down just a little bit, allowing her team to get back in, especially at this stage in the game, winding down that first half. Don't want to give up anything else there, so I'm sure that's going to be one thing that he's highlighting is, we create those opportunities, you have to finish them. You guys down. They let TU stay in the game. Now it's 2-1. TU is still in this game. You want to be able to put those teams down and out where they don't feel like they have a chance.
And if you're Coach Ryan from Tulsa, I feel like you've got to feel pretty good about the way that your team was able to just kind of not only stay alive in this game, but to find a goal and then to really kind of play more of your style over the last 15, 20 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we'll have a little bit of a break.
Beckman's up, she's going to be okay. Referee's coming over to check on her. We have not, by the way, done a good enough job of telling you who our officials are tonight. It's Jennifer Dumaine, Chloe Martinez Resendez is one of the assistants, as well as Tiffany Turpin. Our fourth tonight is Jeremy Crockett.
Well, speaking of what we were talking about before the little injury break there, Coach Ryan's got to be excited for his team and how they responded and how they really turned the tides there. They were in a lot of trouble. OU looked very dangerous, like a lot more goals could come. But they've done a great job from this player here, Leah Diaz, creating a lot of opportunities and really gaining a lot of possession in the middle for them.
King was almost able to keep that in play after she was able to knock it away from Face, and good defending there from King. But more good efforts. Again, another decent ball from Diaz to the outside. See some movement here from Tulsa. That's Schutte. Throw in now for the Sooners. Blaine came in as a young player here for the University of Tulsa and kind of set the world on fire here in the early portion of the season. Was just scoring goal after goal after goal. And at one point in time, Blaine Schutte was actually tied for the lead in goals in the country. She's still been sitting on 6 now for the last couple of matches. But just an incredible start for the freshman.
Yeah, fantastic start for her, and she's deserved it. She's a great player. She's really strong on the ball. She does a fantastic job of getting herself in the right place at the right time. TU just needs to be able to find her in that right place in the right time in the second half.
Fernandez. Frederick came back to collect that from the touchline, trying to find Frederick on a run, knocked out a play for her. Good build up there from Tulsa.
Yeah, much better start in this half than the first half for sure for Tulsa. They're doing a much better job of getting numbers forward, getting a little bit of possession. But just like that, OU wins the ball and they're off to the races.
Green. Look to switch. Long ball that was there. Williams handled it well. Easy touch now to McIntyre. Have balls like that happen at times. Clifton there just trying to put that back to an offensive posture. Bechtel. Off a shooting, they'll play it back to the keeper. Green with the header. Sanders is going to come out. Bear with the challenge on Fernandez. Bear will collect it. There's Williams there. One-touch cross. Tulsa able to get it out of the box. Now a foul.
Johnson just clipped Leah Diaz from the back just a little bit.
Tried to settle it. Here comes Oklahoma. Pappas. Out wide, it's Washington. 1v1 versus Maddie Williams. Able to get the cross off. McIntyre. Good clearance on the header. Schutte got there first, but Oklahoma's going to take possession. Williams there. Washington had it, was working her way around Faison. Williams again comes in, steps in, pokes it away.
Yeah, I think it was a good decision switching Maddie Williams and McIntyre. It seemed to match up against what OU's offering.
Washington looking for a cross, unable to complete that cross. A corner now coming up for Oklahoma. Bear.
Let's play harder. Let's go.
Oklahoma, as you mentioned before, has been good on set pieces. Arm in the air. Well done by Tulsa. It's Diaz. Ball up the line for Frederick. Frederick's going to use as much speed as he can. Pappas did well, just tracking back step for step with Jordan Frederick. Shoulder there. Referee's going to play on. Bechtel will give it back to Diaz. Going now for TU.
Well, great stuff by Leah Diaz. I mean, she wins the ball back, plays a great ball up to Frederick. She's battling in the middle again. She's done a great job of challenging, winning 50-50 balls, but then keeping possession for Tulsa, which has been pivotal to their success and kind of the shift in this game so far.
Good look from Diaz. Williams. Bechtel trying to connect with Diaz, unable to do so. That's that dangerous ball Sanders is going to collect on, but Rowlett's got to be a little bit more careful in that position there, because OU gets possession. You know where that first touch is going instantly, back over the top of your head on a dead run.
Yep, that's why those clearances out of the back line are so important for Tulsa, to make sure that they're connecting. They're either finding space or they're finding a Tulsa player, because OU is waiting and ready to strike and pounce and get those numbers forward.
Green dumps it into the box. Our next broadcast will be coming up on Thursday. Conference match here inside the American. North Texas here to take on the Golden Hurricane. 7 o'clock start here on ESPN Plus.
Getting a little bit more physical. Just keeping the ball under control, wanting to keep possession.
Challenge there from Clifton. Fernandez tidies it up. Miscommunication there with McIntyre. And also Fernandez for a throw. You see the Oklahoma bench there. Used 5 subs in the first half. Also used 3.
You see both sidelines. Everybody's standing up. Everybody's invested, cheering. Every good ball, every tackle won. You hear a big roar from either team.
Going for the Sooners. favor of Tulsa now off of the challenge. Frederick was there.
Yeah, good challenge by Frederick, just getting a touch on there. Winning another throw. Ooh, good turn. Referee maybe could have played advantage there. Chose to go ahead and give the foul, but good stuff to see Jordan Frederick back on the ball and in things. That's definitely what TU wants to see. They want to get her the ball. They want to get her involved more.
I think that was Coach Ryan having a conversation there with the fourth about that advantage there.
Yeah, well, she had that little trip, and it looked like she wasn't going to keep playing, but she popped back up really fast, so might have been in the referee's mind there.
You coached Jordan at Bixby. What was that first moment for you when you knew, okay, she has the ability to play at, not only at this level, but play incredibly well at this level?
Yeah, I remember hearing about her, and one of her very first practices with us, she just won the ball at midfield and just dribbled past like 4 defenders and scored just this upper 90 banger, and I was like, okay, so that's Jordan Frederick.
Yes, that's the one we've been hearing about.
That's the one. She helped Bixby lead to a lot of historic wins and things that in Bixby in her time. Scored a lot of big goals. Was part of Bixby's very first playoff win in 6A in school history.
Sent into the box. Fernandez.
Good clearance by Fernandez. She made that look easy. It's not.
Oklahoma fans wanted a foul there as Morrell hit the ground. Looks like Tulsa will be getting ready to bring in the pair that really kind of brought energy towards the end of the first half. Jim Ryan maybe going to the bench a little bit early here in the second.
Yeah, both coming off of some injuries, so not 100% match fit, but undeniable the impact they made on the game in their short time in.
Facing with good physical play, working against Meredith King.
Yeah, Meredith King's had a great game for OU so far. Playing really hard, been able to keep possession, been able to get forward for them as well.
Long ball. Faison. She's got some pace as well. Plays it for Frederick, and that's going to be too much for Jordan to catch up to.
Good run by Faison. She does well. Just needs to maybe add a little bit of bend on that ball. Help just kind of keep it in play. Maybe curve it into the path of Frederick a little bit easier. But still positive stuff from this University of Tulsa side. Much better start. Really competing for things. Let's see. All 3 of them, McIntyre, Leah Diaz, and Jordan Frederick, all looking to press the ball there.
Oklahoma will make a sub as well. It's packed, that's back in. Here's Chance in for Jordan Frederick. Hey, Quinn Turner. Nia Faison will get a moment of rest here. Pack came on and played 21 minutes in the first half for OU.
Yeah, Pack great with the ball at her feet. You can see it right there, all those tiny little controlled touches.
Bear, good settle from her, plays it to the back line. Here's Wolf. Out wide for Washington.
Haven't said her name very much this half.
We haven't. Cuts past Maddie Williams. Here's some space that she's created for herself. Good Speedy Quinn Turner and then Maddie Williams in the tandem there. That was Turner, all effort from her just to help back. Washington had to pull up from that. And now a foul.
Yeah, we see how dangerous Alexis Washington is on that side. There's a big
Quickly with
battle.
the restart, keeps it in play. Rowlett did not allow that across the face of the goal. King here working in tandem. And that'll be a goal kick now for Tulsa. Now, do not let the size of Quinn Turner fool you. She is, without a doubt, one of the more physical players and has been for the last couple of years for Tulsa. She's just got a little tough streak to her, little tenacity every time.
She is a firecracker. She is very quick, she's very fast, but yeah, she does not let her size fool anyone. She is gonna go in super hard and win 50-50 challenges against the biggest, stronger player on the field.
Good ball there, Chance. Pappas there with her. McIntyre.
Good for Tulsa here, just being patient. Pappas doing a good job. She's done a very good job defensively for OU as well. I know we've talked a lot about, you know, the goals and assists and stuff she's had so far this year, but doing a fantastic job defensively.
How about that from Weber to try to find Washington? Tremendous first touch from her. There's Coach Mott, who's up now.
Yeah, the next goal in this game is going to be a crucial one.
Clifton with the throw in. Good cut from Weber. Wasted opportunity there. Washington couldn't get much on that cross with the head. Sanders now has it in her hands.
Well, it's a great bit of skill from Weber. She's a masterclass player and good service, but Washington's not able to quite position that and get power back on directly to goal. Tatum Sanders able to sweep it up.
Bechtel up the touchline, pass Pack, trying to find Turner. Back line from Oklahoma has done well tonight at times. Eating up the majority of total minutes played for the Sooners so far this season, which Mott is, it's kind of his specialty, is that defense. Through ball that's there from Sanders. Sanders closed down the near post. That was another opportunity for Morrell. And Hadley will probably want this one back.
Yeah, what a through ball by Weber. Like, just does a great job of getting her head up. And then Tatum Sanders again coming out, getting big, cutting down that angle, and just makes it a little harder for Morrell to try to get that back on target.
As you mentioned, incredible ball to put Morrell on. That's there, saved off the back line from Maddie Williams. Challenge there from Turner. We'll watch this on the replay again.
Yeah, it looks like it just kind of bounces around, sneaks past Tatum Sanders there, but right where you want your outside back to be, guarding that back post. Maddie Williams does her job, gets that ball out of there, and now TU are on the press here.
Here's Bechtel, has Turner to the outside, plays it there. King's got to get there in a hurry. That first touch from Quinn Turner kind of got away from her for just a little bit, and Oklahoma survives a moment in which Tulsa had numbers.
Yeah, just a little heavy touch by Quinn Turner. King, again, we've kind of talked about her recently, does a great job of sliding over. Duffy's gonna have this, take her time, get everybody up.
Meredith King came in from Ole Miss, Virginia Beach, graduate transfer. Coach Ryan now telling Tatum, let's settle down a little bit here. Let's just hold it for a brief moment. Oklahoma will go back with McNulty here at the next opportunity. The American Women's Soccer Championship begins Monday, November 4th from the Premier Sports Complex in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. You can watch all of the quarterfinal and semifinal action on ESPN+. The championship game will air Sunday, November 10th on ESPNU at Tulsa, by the way, went to the other end quickly. Turner, oh, around King. How about Quinn Turner, but valiant effort there from King. Got beat at first, but recovered quickly.
Turner and King battling it out over there on that side. Quinn Turner gets a good touch here and great recovery. King does a great job of just sliding her body over, getting great defensive positioning.
It's Faber tracking it down. Sim Smith does well. Also, the goalkeeper is down. That's Tatum Sanders. She had her hand raised as she was sitting down, and now our referee will go over. One of the athletic trainers over to double check on Tatum Sanders. That's probably the last thing that you want to see if you're Jim Rime right now. We just told you about the women's, the American Men's Soccer Championship begins on Friday, November 8th. First round games will be held on campus sites, while the semifinals and finals will be hosted by the top seed. You can watch all of that action. Both teams near now have an opportunity to discuss things tactically here with just a little over 21 minutes left.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to be looking to make adjustments, kind of seeing what they need to do. Coach Ryan going and checking on Tatum Sanders. Obviously, she's had a tremendous game and has really kept TU in this game against this OU side that has been full of offensive power and all the chances that they've created.
They're working on her left leg. See there, the junior from right here in Tulsa. Incredible family as well around Tatum Sanders. Give her, she's gonna hop up and it looks like she's gonna be okay. You know, while we're at it, I mean, we're this far into this game and we have failed to bring up, you know, the connection between these two, and that is with one of the Tulsa assistant coaches, and Kaylee Dow, and the incredible career that she had at Oklahoma.
Yeah, third all-time in goals, tremendous player for Oklahoma. She's from Jinx, Oklahoma here, so she's a local. So she kind of moved back home after college, but had an impeccable career for the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, Kaylee Dow Rodriguez, now assistant coach, was named an assistant coach last year and continues in that role.
Great player. She's turned into a very good coach, great advocate for the game, really positive. You know, somebody that the players can go to. She has a lot of obviously great insight and experience to give.
Nye facing in, so Turner gets just a couple of moments here. That's kind of in what we thought would be her range in terms of minutes. She played 10 in the first, just a couple here. Of course, just coming off of injury, it's tough in terms of your fitness level.
Well, also Coach Ryan's got to also be thinking we're about to go into conference games, so
Yeah.
we got to try to keep those players healthy. You know, that was a big goal coming into this match, wanting to play well, wanting to compete, but also wanting to get out of the game without picking up any injuries going into a really important part of their season.
Good turn there from Williams. Trying to go up that touch line. Play that ball right back in her spot where she was. Rowlett's got to try to get there in a hurry. See the speediness there. It was McNulty who just came on. Well, and she had a wonder goal as well, did McNulty in the last game.
Looking for another one right there. Well, it all starts with King. She does a good job of picking off that Tulsa pass. Plays a great ball over the top into the run of McNulty. King there's had a great, especially second half for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Don't Navy graduate, again from Boston. Boston U, Stowe, Massachusetts. Now, interesting note with the Oklahoma roster as well as you were going through it. Only one player from the state of Oklahoma on the roster this year for OU.
It is. A lot of transfers. Coach Mott knows how to use that transfer portal well.
Referee will pull this one back just outside the center circle. Take another look at it here. Maggie probably sold that a little bit.
She's experienced. She knows what she's doing.
Good to see, by the way, that she took a knock a couple of weeks ago, and it looks like it's healing pretty well. You can still see it there on her forehead, but she had quite the gash on her forehead 2 weeks ago.
And has not slowed her play down at all. She's still going up for headers, playing just as hard as she always was. But you know what a tough player she is.
Oh, McNulty, that was important to get there, to not allow that ball to be played through. And then an even better tackle there away from McNulty. Loma wants to go quickly. Chance. Diaz. Pack steps in, takes it away. Pack now on the dribble. Plays it wide. Washington runs onto it. Pulls it back. Pack almost knocked off the ball by Sim Smith. Keeps possession though for Oklahoma. One ball into the box off of one Tulsa player before Sanders. Couldn't get the full clearance. Morrell has it knocked away from her. Also feels like they're a little bit on their heels right now.
Well, it's just they weren't able to clear the ball. Those two clearances they have, OU's right there coming back at them. So you just got to be able to find a way to clear possession.
Good turn there. Keeps it, plays it centrally. Boy, and Maddie Williams again. Or no, is that Maddie or no? That was Ashlyn Fernandez that was there.
Ashlyn Fernandez again with the defensive header.
Chance knocked down. Take a look at it here.
Well, it's a great biggest skill. And then McNulty just gets a good touch, but then just doesn't look like she makes the connection like she wants to, kind of putting it just right there. Ashlyn Fernandez in the right place, gets it cleared.
It's another one of those missed chances that we showed you at halftime that Oklahoma had several of here in the first half.
Yeah, that was an important one. And it was was a really good ball in the middle by Wayver, and great position. She didn't really have a defender that close to her. She had plenty of time to get her head up and look, and just looks like she just didn't connect well with it. But something Coach Mott, I'm sure, is going to be talking about as they're getting ready to go into these big SEC games. Those situations, those opportunities, you're not going to get a ton of them, so you have to be able to finish them.
Michael Barner back in after playing 14 minutes in the first. Might get a full run here at the end of this half. Faison just ran over King there on the other side. Here's some of the fans upset about that.
Yeah, King does a good job of just getting there first. She got her body in front of Faison, and King drawing the foul there. Duffy's gonna come back out and take another long free kick.
Williams denies a wide ball. Diaz finds chance. McNulty did well though, fighting back. And then Weber gets taken down from behind. Chance. Clear yellow there. Weber's limping a little bit as she gets up. We'll take a look at it.
Well, McNulty does a great job of winning the ball off Hannah Chance. Wayver here just dribbling, and then Chance just working to try to get back and just gets the wrong side. Definitely a yellow card in that situation. Maybe a little frustration on the part of Hannah Chance.
Weber into the box. Chance goes up, wins the first one. Rowlett, but not the full clearance. Throw in now for Oklahoma. We'll have another sub now for the Sooners. This is Green that will make her way back on. And Weber gets a round of applause from the Sooner fans that are in attendance.
Weber having a great half there. Looks like a little bit of tingle up there. It's going to be a Tulsa goal kick though. Ashlyn Fernandez seems to be like she's all over the pitch tonight for TU.
For those that are watching and saw Weber, she's wearing a device around her neck. Basically, what is referred to as a Q collar. That's to help to try to prevent concussion symptoms. It's become somewhat more prevalent here over the last couple of years. Seen several NFL players wearing the Q collar as well. Anything to try to protect these athletes. Corner now for Oklahoma. McNulty. In swinger from McNulty. Fernandez goes up, gets just a piece as it skims off the top of her head for a throw into the opposite side now. Tulsa's probably going to counter here in a few moments with some subs of their own. Long throw in. King on the ground off the deflection, still loose on the ground. King right here off the deflection. Through on the ground. Fernandez one more time. Always tense moments when it's on the ground in the box like that for an extended period of time.
Well, so much can happen, especially when you get the ball back on target. There can be deflections, and you know, who knows, it could at worst result in a corner for you. So King doing a good job of following that rebound up and keeping it on frame.
By the way, I just had a text, and then they were asking how the cue collar works. We'll get to that in just a second, but it basically puts pressure against your jugular vein, increasing the volume of blood that arrives to your brain and in your skull. They think that that keeps some of the concussions away. It's Tulsa with a full clearance. It's going to be too far in front of McNulty. Abigail's fast, but she's not that fast.
Yeah, McNulty did well. Tatum Sanders looks like she's moving pretty well after that injury. There's maybe some debate if she was going to be able to continue. She looks like she's been able to do well.
Shooty got kind of turned around a little bit. There's Diaz. Diaz tangled up, and a foul in favor of Tulsa now.
Yeah, Diaz doing a great job getting her body packed, just trying to come around her. Diaz, though, clearly in front, so she draws that foul for the University of Tulsa here. Madison gonna take it. She's had a lot of great services tonight. Ashlyn Fernandez making her way up there, maybe try to get a brace. Wouldn't that be amazing? Get a tying goal here.
Well, Fernandez as well. There's tons of space over there where she was at. A little looping ball from Maddie Williams. Faison has to track it down. Williams gonna get there in time. Nope. Flag is up here on the near side. Tulsa will counter here in a moment with Frederick and also Hart. Oklahoma looking to get Pappas back in as well as the next chance. Smith. Can hear that all the way up here, the contact from the ball.
Yeah, you could.
Here's Chance. Came off the back of the defender. Had a chance with the turn, left-footed. She wanted that one desperately there. Now some subs. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, good bit of skill, good turn. Doesn't look like she quite gets her hips rotated enough on that shot. I'm not sure if she was looking for a shot or if she was trying to maybe play facing in on that back post.
So Frederick and then Hart. Was Pappas for Oklahoma, in for Washington. Green forces that tone over there from Tulsa. A little issue with the clock that didn't start here. Referee's got it started now, and we're back underway. Frederick a bit frustrated by that one.
Yeah, it looks like Sophia Green maybe just landed on her shoulder a little bit weird.
Yeah, you can
a little
see
slow
it right
to
there.
get up.
She's kind of holding her arm there. Looks like that one hurts. There's the total number of fouls. Good ball that's played into the box. Sanders handles that one. That's green, even with that arm holding it that way.
It's a good service in. And then Ashlyn Fernandez again with the clearance. King putting it back in. And then shift up pretty high there. It was be a little hard to see, especially with the stadium lights. Tatum Sandler just cleans that up and makes it look easy.
Yeah, the flag finally goes up. The entire Tulsa staff was up yelling across the pitch.
Yeah, Tulsa playing a little bit higher line there, trying to catch OU offsides. They thought they did the job. They're just waiting for that call. A little bit delayed by the referees there.
Tulsa will get lucky here because that ball that they played actually sailed out of bounds, but it was moving. The referee wants to restart here. They'll keep it short. Call a foul on Faison.
Tulsa side not happy with that call.
See Faison shaking her head there.
Duffy again coming out, dropping bombs from the back here. She really hits the ball well.
That will lead to a corner now for the Sooners.
Yeah, she makes stuff happen. She's able to let her whole team get up and get in dangerous areas.
Perfect for their style of play,
Sets
too.
it up, it really is. Multi gonna take another corner here. Evened out at the end of the first half in corner kicks, but OU certainly taking more corners this half.
Driven towards the near post. McNulty challenge there. Tulsa an opportunity to move up. We'll go back now to Duffy. Frederick.
Yeah, it looks like Frederick was trying to make that run. Maybe just got a little tripped up. Trying to get around, tried to get a little touch there.
She almost got a touch there
she
to
was
the outside.
Trying to get a touch on that outside, maybe to pop it around and keep going, but winds up getting too much of Clifton there. OU definitely going to take all their time here, try to wind the clock down. There's not much time left for Tulsa to get that equalizer. OU going to be happy to take as much time as they can here.
This is Oklahoma's first road game, by the way, since they played the Bedlam matchup all the way back on August 22nd. It's been ORU Stetson, Missouri State, and Louisiana Monroe. They'll be back home again playing Mississippi State on Thursday, as we highlighted earlier. This will be the approach for the Sooners for the rest of this game too, just trying to take it to the corner, run as much time as they can. Hart. There's Diaz. Faison couldn't quite get there in enough time. Throw in now for Tulsa.
Still enough time in this game for Tulsa to get one back. They're in a good spot.
Pack coming away with it. Leaves it back here for King. Just hammers it to the other end. McNulty pulls up her run there as Sanders push everyone forward. Referee's flag is up. That one was clearly over the line. Take a look at it here.
Yep, just goes over. Ball's got to go all the way over line to be out. Just went over. But got to love McNulty still trying, though. Trying to get that little extra touch. You never know.
Tulsa wants a chance here. They got to get this one forward quickly. Williams still nowhere to go. Finally, Bechtel comes to help. Diaz.
1 minute to play.
Williams with a nice win. Frederick. Good defending. Johnson. Not give any space whatsoever. Jordan Frederick packed. Now McNulty will just take this to the corner. We're going to stop the clock here. Throw in for Oklahoma. There's just 17.9 left.
They're going to try to just hold it in the corner here.
Sent out of play, and they're throwing now for Tulsa. One last gasp here with 10 seconds left.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Send this one to the corner, and that will do it for tonight with the Sooners, who have come in a very tough environment here at the University of Tulsa, and will walk out of here with a victory, and that will be the first loss of the season for Tulsa at home here on this pitch. 2-1 is your final. We'll come back. We'll have player of the match and some stats for you when we return. The American Athletic Conference on ESPN.